Hey, Sean here from speedqbreview.com for our last video on conjugates. Now this is a main video for FMC, but this will work for anything. Conjugates are actually much easier than it sounds. So a commutator was just doing a move, another move, and reversing that one, then reversing the second set of moves. Conjugates is just a move, something in the middle, and then reversing the move. You can think of it as maybe A, B, A prime. Often people just call it a setup move, and honestly setup move sounds much easier than conjugate. So right here, what we looked at before was that this white piece needs to go right there. That's easy to do. We can set that up easily with a L prime, F prime, L, F. And that's going to move it right to here. But we need the piece that's right here, that green piece, to go there. How are we going to get it there? With a conjugate. So I want whatever is going to be the green piece to be on the bottom layer. And I can do that by moving the D layer clockwise. So I can do D. This is the first set of our conjugate. And then I'm going to do a commutator, L prime F, L, F. Move that piece into place with a R2, reverse the F prime, L prime, F, L, R2, and then I'm going to reverse the conjugate with a D prime. So here's how we're going to do this. I do the D, move it down there, and then I insert this piece down to here. I need that white piece right here, so that's L prime, F prime, L, F, R2, move that piece into place. Then I reverse that first move, so we've got F prime, L prime, F, L, R2, and then D prime is going to be the inverse of the conjugate, that first move. And then we can finish the solve with just orienting that last layer, which was F prime. Now, if you look right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, that's 12 moves. Not probably the most ideal thing you want to do in FMC. Sometimes they can be useful, and sometimes doing that might be better than doing a whole slew of things, because this might be orienting and permuting the corners of a last layer instead of doing a whole new OLL and PLL. Now, let's write down our whole solution now that we've gone through all these videos. It started out strong and then kind of went off the rails with all the little side things we did. So I'm going to start here with this L prime, D prime, F, L2. Then I've got, okay, so I had to check some things. I messed up some primes that were not actually supposed to be prime and forgot some R2s. And yeah, you always want to make sure you double check these things. So let's see if this whole thing works. So what we did from the very first video is we did a pseudo block, and this right here was our pre-move. Then we've got the 2x2x2 block, which was right here. And then we did the inverse and found the 2x2x3 block, which was right here. And then we went forward again and got all the way over to, let's see here, right here for F2L minus 1. So we got all the way to F2L minus 1 with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 moves. And then we did edge orientation, which was just these 3 moves. And then we inserted the final pair with these. So this was final F2L. And then within these next 23 moves, which honestly might have been easier with just doing OLL and PLL, we ended up doing a commutator, which started from here and ended right here. And then including that up to here, was a conjugate plus a commutator, and then AUF, adjusting the U face. So like I said before, don't take this as the best thing to do right here, but I was just showing how to do it. But let's make sure this all works. So if you solve this like normal, R prime U prime F, let's scramble this up. Now this is not going to look completely correct because we're not doing the inverse ones first. So we've got L prime D prime F. L2, you might still see that pseudo block. And then U, F prime U, R prime F2 R, U prime F prime U, F L F L prime. And you see some things forming. Then we have a commutator, U prime L prime U L, D prime L, U prime L U, and then D2 going right into the commutator number 2. And then F prime, and then we've got our final 5 moves, which were R prime, U prime, R2, F, L. And now it's solved. So it really didn't look solved in those last few spots. So this is the final video of FMC. I'm going to do a walkthrough solve of a actual solve I did, where I incorporated NIS, so normal inverse scramble switch. I incorporated pseudo blocks. I also incorporated an intuitive commutator that I put together. And this is actually it right now. I'm recording this at the end because I forgot to do it at the beginning. So here we go.